Hi everyone and welcome to this episode of Susie Soul Snacks. I'm Susie and today I would like to talk about quite a controversial topic, but also one that is close to my heart, but not in a positive way unfortunately, and that is spiritual gaslighting. So being a part of the spiritual community and as someone who owns a spiritual business, I have come across many people that seem trustworthy but actually only cause harm with their behavior. And oftentimes, of course, they mean well and they have good intentions with their words, but it could be that they are just not fully educated enough on a certain topic that they're teaching. But unfortunately, there are also many people who don't have good intentions and use their so-called spiritual gifts to gaslight others. So let me first explain what gaslighting is, because gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation, trying to convince the other person that their perception or their truth is actually false. So gaslighting is really a form of manipulation where you question your own reality and your own truth. And spiritual gaslighting is using spirituality or certain spiritual gifts or beliefs to manipulate the other and having them doubt their own beliefs and their own spirituality and making them think what they think, feel, or believe experience is actually false. So I can actually give a personal experience as an example of this type of gaslighting. So when I just started out in this business about 6 years ago, I was contacted by a business coach who focused on spiritual business owners to help them become more visible online and help them grow their audience, which sounded, of course, very appealing to me at the time as I was just starting out. And she offered me a free discovery call to, get to know her better and discover if she could help me and if I was the person for her and she was the person for me. So and we chatted a bit and well, I didn't really feel much of a connection to her, honestly. And she didn't really understand my business or what I was trying to achieve. And we still chatted a bit more and got to know each other a bit better, but there was just like a lack of connection there. And because I do everything from the heart and with a lot of passion, when something doesn't feel good, I know it's not the right opportunity for me. So, well, eventually she offered me a chance to work with her, but for quite a large amount of money. And before I already even knew it wasn't for me, that amount of money was actually quite insane. And I even said to her, I don't have that budget. And I said to her in a quiet and calm voice, like, okay, this is not for me. It is not in my budget to work with you at the moment. And then she started to claim that I had money issues and energy blocks around money that were preventing me from working with her, and that I should clear my energy and clear those money blocks and then come back to her. But of course, I knew that wasn't true because I had no money blocks at all. I was doing well money-wise. I had always been a good saver and I knew my finances. So I had confidence in that energy and in money basically. But this is just a simple example of how someone can trick you into thinking there is something wrong with you just because you don't want to work with that person. They can use your spirituality against you, thinking you have blockages that are not there. So my advice on this is really just to stay true to yourself and trust your inner knowing, and don't let anyone fool you into distrusting your own journey and your own truth, because your intuition never lies. People can, but really trust that gut feeling. When something just doesn't feel right, it isn't right. So I truly hope that this was helpful for you, and I hope to see you again in the next episode of Susie Soul Snacks. Bye bye.